Good evening, everyone. Can I hear your voices? Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you one and all for joining us today. His Excellency Ambassador Shri Sanjay Kumar Verma, thank you so
Please go ahead.
Rather than call Suresh and tell him that voice is not audible. Go on the chat. Chat, that's it. Send a message, Nandita. On the chat, you send a message. Voice not audible from Japan. I think I've frozen. Yeah. Small message send, madam. Don't type.
Small message, not audible.
Not audible. Not audible. That's all.
Not audible, please. Show my action.
There is a mute on the left side. Have they muted themselves?
But this is
Showing as mute on the screen.
It's got muted.
Bottom left, showing as more.
You seem to be muted. Look up, Baba.
I found
At the bottom left, they're all muted.
yeah, all of them.
The speakers will be opened up.
He'll open it.
But we are unmuted.
Any progress?
Yes.
It seemed to be going ahead with that.
Somebody try the YouTube link. Is it on? But tell us what is happening.
We are not able to hear.
Yes, it's on.
Huh? Volume बढ़ाइए ना. Volume बढ़ाइए.
The CS, that is muted, that particular mic.
Nobody's talking.
also it's not coming.
So if that is it, then we're not able to hear the proceedings there.
I think they're still checking.
sorry about that. So I'd like to once again welcome BCIC President L. Ravindran San.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you, Aksharaji. Good morning to all my dear citizens of India, and konnichiwa and good evening to all members joining us from Japan. His Excellency Ambassador Shri Sanjay Kumar Verma ji, Ms. Akiko Sugita-san, former Consulate General of Japan in Bangalore, Marua-san, the Deputy Consul General of Japan based in Bangalore, Nakajo-san, Head of Jethro Tokyo, leading industrialist Shri Vikram Kirlowskar ji, ex-chairman of CII and SIAM, who bought the proud Toyota cars to our city, Professor Ito-san, Mizutani-san, Director General Jethro, Bangalore, Nakanishi-san, representing Japan Chamber of Commerce in Bangalore, Yahiro-san, MD of Toyota Shusho, other dignitaries, all our senior members of BCIC Bangalore and India, and prospective members from Japan, beginning with Tokyo. Thank you for being present today, both in physical and online mode. It is indeed a historic moment for BCIC to have unveiled its plans of opening its first international office in Japan, with whom our country, India, shares a formidable and favorable relationship for many number of years. We expect both sides of BCIC for an exceptional relationship to be cemented as a strategic alliance and as an industrial partner with to and fro trade and commerce benefiting all of us. The seeds for opening this office was sown by my predecessors, and especially Mr. Parshuraman seated next to me, ex-whole-time director of Toyota Kirlowskar Engines and past president of our chamber, along with the chairman and co-chairman of the International Business Committee of our chamber, Mr. K. Ravi and Mr. Ganesh Shenoy seated to my left, who are present here, and we are ever indebted to them. As access to real-time information improves, two instruments become very critical in managing expectations of private economic capital. Number one, the short-term economic policies of both our countries, and two, communication between the partners. BCIC, by virtue of its towering presence across nearly 1,000 companies of high standing and credibility, is embarking on this mission-critical project. As one may be knowing, India is in a very massive market creation mode. Despite the global economic gloom that is being predicted, India is a good place to be in, is the belief of experts. The office of BCIC in Japan, headed by Kuboki-san, Dr. Suresh-san, and Anil-san, is expected to bring us closer to A, fulfilling many of the dreams of industrialists and entrepreneurs on both sides of Japan and India, and B, this connect will establish to ensure cost-benefit analysis before closing out of the inquiries, and C, this relationship will also manage the strategic versus tactical allocation of capital amongst industries, and BCIC will play a forward-looking role in ensuring that a strong pitch is made and skepticism and gray areas are avoided to begin with. On our part, BCIC India is dedicating both manpower and brainpower and financial resources to make the relationship harmonious, successful, and sustainable. Our team has made a list of frequently asked questions and a process flowchart to help you gain an insight on what works how and how to get the best outcome within defined time limits. We are optimistic that this relationship will turn out to be very fruitful and shall break even in 18 months, by when our innovations of today will turn out to be services of the future. I am joined by everyone present here in wishing BCIC Japan the best of future years with all the cooperation built in by BCIC India. Have a wonderful evening and a session to be remembered today. Arigato gozaimasu. I now welcome His Excellency Ambassador to light the lamp and declare BCIC Japan office open. Thank you. 90 members present at the auditorium over there. 90. Huh? Oh, your daughter is also there.
Oh,
Right?
that's nice.
So please convey our best wishes to her, sir. All of you are requested to join for a photograph sometime during the session. You may have to mute or switch it off and take a photograph.
I think so. They're playing the video.
I'm going to call Archana.
Sorry for the technical issue, sir. I request His Excellency Ambassador Shri Sanjay Verma to please give his speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kaju, Executive Vice President of Jethro in Tokyo, Mr. Kasa, President, Bangalore Chamber of Commerce and Industry, industries in the state of Karnataka. I understand that BCIC's members include about 850 companies representing various sectors of the industry, such as manufacturing, information technology-enabled services, biotechnology, engineering, consultancy, and legal firms. BCIC has been playing an active and important role in promoting the global trade and investment outreach for the state of Karnataka. It has an excellent domestic and international network through MOUs with the leading chambers of commerce across the globe. BCIC is playing an important role in deepening Karnataka's economic linkages with Japan. Establishment of a BCIC office in Japan will further boost, I trust, trade and commercial ties between Karnataka and Japan. The state of Karnataka and Japan have a long-standing commercial and economic relationship. Karnataka hosts over 500 Japanese companies operating across different sectors. It also has a dedicated Japanese industrial township in the Tumakuru district, providing world-class infrastructure facilities for the industry. Companies such as Showa and Kirlowskar Toyota Textile Machinery have already invested in the township. Good recall that a delegation from Karnataka, led by Dr. Murugesh R. Nirani, Honorable Minister for Large and Medium Industries, had visited Japan in August 2022. The visit was fruitful in engaging with the Japanese stakeholders to political, to security and economic engagements. Recent years have been deepening of our ties in strategic sectors such as cybersecurity, information and communication technology, space, civil nuclear cooperation, energy, and science and technology. Economic relations, as you all know, have traditionally been the major pillar of the partnership between India and Japan. Japan plays an important role in India's economic growth story and is actively involved in various national campaigns and flagship initiatives. In addition to supporting several important infrastructure projects in India, Japan has been one of the largest investors in the country. There are over 1,450 Japanese companies operating in India with more than 5,500 operations, while over 100 Indian companies are active in Japan with their own presence. The two countries have now committed to the target of realizing 5 trillion yen of Japanese investment, including both public financing and private investments in India in the next 5 years. I personally believe that this will be surpassed by the 4th year itself. India and Japan have also deepened their cooperation in areas of critical for ensuring economic security for both the countries. The series of initiatives taken in this regard ranges from an industrial competitiveness partnership for enhancing competitiveness of the Indian industry and securing resilient and reliable supply chains to facilitate movement of skilled human resources and enriching digital cooperation. Our bilateral trade has been on an upward trajectory. Last year, that is between April 2021 to March 2022, it stood at $20.58 billion, which is the highest ever. While the economic relationship has been moving forward, there is scope to do more. There is potential for increasing bilateral trade and possibilities of cooperation in new areas where there exist complementarities between our two economies. Greater understanding of each other's business practices with a focus on long-term partnership, quality, predictability, and the standards and norms is instrumental for achieving this objective. Establishing linkages between industry and governments on both sides can be an important enabler in this endeavor. Launch of BCIC's office in Japan is an important step in this context. I extend once again my best wishes to the BCIC. I hope its Tokyo office will be successful in realizing the objective of promoting trade and commerce between India and Japan. I would also like to thank Jethro, our valued partner, for extending support to BCIC for opening of its office in Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, with this I close my remarks. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you, sir, for that wonderful speech. Next, we have the Consulate General of Japan in Bangalore, Mr. Katsumasa Maruo. He's a resident in Bangalore for the past few years, so please help me welcome Mr. Maruo. 次のスピーカーは、在バングルーの日本国総領事館の、副総領事、丸尾勝正様です。現在、数年にわたり、バングローに、駐在していらっしゃっています。では、丸尾様、よろしくお願いいたします。
ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್
ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆಗಿದೆ
Sunday middle. It's got yeah, Madhusan to be unmuted. He's trying.
But I think he is not.
Okay. He is not unmuted.
He should unmute from there.
Oh, they are operating from a different place. Oh, Suresh. Huh? Suresh, alright.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Do you hear?
Yeah.
I think there's an echo because.
Yeah, Nanta. Say we can hear.
So we
Okay.
can
Can I speak?
Please. Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you for inviting me for the inauguration ceremony. Okay. And I would like to thank Jethro. Bangalore office and Toyota Tsusho, which contributed to the inauguration of Japan office. I believe that the inauguration of BCIC Japan office is the result of efforts by all of the concerned staff of BCIC, including the attended today, and the result of the growth of the relationship between Karnataka and Japan. Of course, this growth is partly due to effort by BCIC. First, I would like to mention about the growth of relationship between Karnataka and Japan. The number of the offices of Japanese companies has increased by 2.8 times in 10 years, from 182 to 512. During the pandemic of COVID-19, from the first wave to the third wave, many Japanese residents once went back to Japan temporarily, but most of them have come back to Karnataka. Furthermore, due to the growing interest in India, especially in Karnataka, more Japanese staff of Japanese companies, including executives, to come to Bangalore. Most of these executives think India, above all, Karnataka, is more important for Japan than ever. Especially banks, general trading companies, IT companies have eager to collaborate with Indian companies in Karnataka. So, in the future, we expect that the number of the offices of Japanese companies will break the record. Based on the growing demand for the economic exchange between Karnataka and Japan, Japan Airlines JAL has increased the frequency of the direct flight between Bangalore and Tokyo from twice a week to thrice a week in August. Moreover, JAL will increase the frequency to 4 times a week in the end of November. The government of Karnataka is making many efforts to attract Japanese companies and facilitate their operation in the States. And we expect further development of the economic exchange between Japan and Karnataka once the investment environment, including infrastructure, regulation, and labor issues are improved. Recently, Japanese companies are much interested in their talents, especially in the areas of IT, nursing, hospitality, and eager to acquire such talents. In Bangalore, some institutions are trained and send such talents to Japan. We expect that such talents will increase year by year. This year marks the 70th anniversary of the establishment of the diplomatic relations between India and Japan. On this occasion, we hope that mutual activities in the economic area between Karnataka and Japan will become BRICS. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maruo. Moving on to our next speaker, we have the Executive Vice President of Jethro in Tokyo, Mr. Kazuya Nakajo. We would like to mention that Jethro Bangalore is also a partner and signatory to the MOU for setting up of the BCIC Japan office. Mr. Nakajo, we welcome you on stage. 次は、東京のジェトロの、理事である、中条和也様です。バンガローのジェトロも、BCIC 日本事務所の設立の MOU の、参加者であることを、申し添えます。では、中条様、よろしくお願いいたします。
Dr. K.G. Street, country head of BCIC Japan. Chief Mentor BCIC Japan, Mr. Katumata Kuboki, and Sumata Maruo, Consul General Designate, Consul General Office in Bangalore. Ladies, distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kazuya Nakajou from Jethro, and I somehow really disorganized today, and I tried to make my note organized, but I somehow destroyed this, so I have to speak. It's my word. So thank you very much for inviting me for this very important occasion. Jethro has Jethro established our office in 2005, and since then we've been working very closely with BCIC to materialize the mutual business relationship between Japan and India, especially in Bangalore vicinity. I'd like to recommend students from this in this auditorium. Kazumasa Kuboki was serving as our DG for many years, as also a senior investment advisor. And we also have my colleague, Mr. Saki. Yes, he is. He was also serving. He was actually a resident in Bangalore, and he joined our organization, and then he became our professor. And now he is serving in our Shiga office in Western Japan. Well, it is said that there are three elements to determine for enterprises to determine the FDI or investment, direct investment. The one is the market. The second is resources. The three is the business environment. And India is all known that it has got the prospect market size and the prospect market growth. And especially in the southern arena of India, which it has been recognized to be a kind of new market for Japan, and also exit for the export business of India. And Bangalore city as a market, and it's now this innovative city came to be one of the center of the innovation in the world. This recognition has been increased, and everybody knows Bangalore in Japan. Turn to the resources. Bangalore has got great business connections. And this is connected to the world market, especially in the ICT area, and also it has got abundant human resources. Every country, every advanced nation has already reached to Bangalore in just 2 decades or 3 decades, and Japan has been staying behind, but we have to catch it up now. So this BCIC Japan office or Japan chapter shall play a very important role for us to catch up to the international committee in connecting us to the Bangalore vicinity area. Third is the environment. This is very important part, and Ambassador Excellency has stated, we are helping, Jethro has been helping the state government in establishing industrial estate, which is Japan industrial estate in Bangalore. And also try to, we have conducting committee to improve the investment climate with the state government. And BCIC is also playing a very important role in these activities. So we give thanks to the BCIC partnership and friendship class, and with the recognition that this BCIC is exists entity for Japanese businesses, and our kind of relationship shall stay long. Stay long. Again, I really congratulate and thanks to have its BCS's function in Japan, and I commit myself to work together for long. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nakajo. Next, we have Mr. Vikram Kirlowskar. 中条様、ありがとうございました。続きまして、次のスピーカーは Vikram Kirlowskar 様でございます。Vikram Kirlowskar 様は SIAM と CII の元会長で、現在は Kirlowskar Systems の取締役社長を務めていらっしゃっています。So, the next speaker, as mentioned, is Mr. Vikram Kirlowskar. He is the former president of SIAM and CII, currently holding the position of chairman and MD of Kirlowskar Systems. He is also the vice chairman of Toyota Kirlowskar Motor Private Limited. Please welcome Mr. Vikram Kirlowskar. Yes, please feel free to give a round of applause.
Thank you. Respected dignitaries in Japan and in India, Kumbawa and Namaste. It's really an honor to be invited to this function today. I'd like to congratulate BCIC for opening its branch in Tokyo. It's a momentous occasion. I first went to Japan in 1982, in October 1982, 40 years ago. And at that time, I asked many companies in the several years after that to please come to India and set up business there. But it took quite some time before they started coming here. Dr. Soichiro Toyoda decided Bangalore as a location during his visit here in 1995 or 96. And after that, we are very pleased that many Toyota Group companies came to Bangalore, and more than 200 Japanese companies have also come to Bangalore, besides many in Karnataka. I must say that I have learned so much from Japanese industry, what it means to produce quality products, competitive products, how to develop mutual trust in an organization. And it is this kind of cultural exchange, this kind of idea exchange, and this kind of mutual trust exchange that will improve our business relationship as well as our political relationship in the future. Again, I wish BCIC India and BCIC Japan and all the team members and all the people involved the very best. And congratulations, a very heartfelt congratulations to all of you on this occasion. Thank you very much for your patience. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you.
See, at
ビジネスメンバーの会社がカナダ合衆全体でいうと9割、90% の投資を表して、重要なのはですね、委員会です。27業種別の委員会がありまして、でこれの委員会は、今、カナダ合衆政府、またはインド地方政府への、いろんなポリシーへの提案か、あとロビー活動したり、また業界ですね、SME も含めた業界へのいろんなトラブルのことを解決したりとかを、しています。これの委員会をうまく、日本の皆様にも伝えてくれたいと思っております。次お願いします。こちらの写真なんですが、去年 MOU の写真と、あと、下側は、杉田は、元、バングルー領事の杉田様がいらっしゃった時の写真と、今、現在の中西様の、ご挨拶写真。上はですね、工業、大臣と、あと12月にこちらで行った、例えばインドと日本側で行った、オンラインのミーティングの写真があります。次お願いします。ビジネスの目標なんですが、他の商務会議も一緒だと思うんですけれども、貿易と通商、あと国間での管理も深くしたり、投資の増進、あと人の間の関係作りと文化交流なんですが、先ほど言ったように、ほぼですね、他の会議所がもう一緒だと思うんですけれども、しかし、インドは皆さんご存じ広いですし、まだまだたくさんスペースがあります。スペースというのは、いろんな商工会議所の役割のスペースが全くありまして、で我々もですね、まだ特に日印ですね、インドと日本間での、ビジネスの交流にはですね、まだまだ、我々が一番最初、BCIC というのが一番最初、日本に、こちらのチャプター設立するんですけれども、でそういうスペースがあるので、我々は注目して、日印のビジネスの手伝いをしていきたいなと思っております。この目標を達成するために、まず小さいなステップですね、から実績、小さなステップから実績を、進めていきたいなと思うんですが、次お願いします。英語版お願いします。そうですね、小さいですけれども、具体的な2つの活動を説明したいなと思います。一つは日系企業、在日の企業向けの活動から始めたいと思います。 日系企業様が、特にですね、中小企業を含めた系企業なんですけれども、BCIC の、バングルだけじゃなくて、全インドのネットワークを使うための支援。先ほど申し上げたんですけれども、27、就業別の委員会があると。彼らの力も使ってですね、インド全体の、本物の情報収集。本物と内政といろんな情報は日本に流れてるんですね、インドの情報は。どれが正しいか、どれが信じていいのかはいろいろあると思うんですけれども、我々の BCIC のニュートラルの立場から、情報の収集したり、あらゆるガイダンスしたりとか、あと、インドのタレントですね。タレントというと、特にもちろんバングルだと、先ほどの話があったんですが、IT の、人材、最近の IT だけじゃなくて、IT 以外の、人材もですね、いろんなタレントもインドから日本に、来られていて、まだまだ、足りないですね。で、そこをどのように、支援していくか。同時にですね、やっぱり日系企業様に対しても、インドをどのようにインドにビジネスをしていくか、ビジネスの上で、何を気をつけていくかのかですね。同じ日本のやり方をインドにすると当然うまくいかないし、インドの企業もインドのやり方を日本にするとうまくいかないと思うので、その辺のブリッジングをしていきたいなと思っております。次はインドの企業ですね。インドの企業も日本に行きたいというとみんな手を挙げるんですけれども、どこまでインド、日本を、親密に、あるいはシリアスにですね、真剣に考えているかというと、なかなか、そこで落ちる企業が多いんですね。落ちるというのも、そういうインドの、日本でのアクセス、日本に指導のアクセス、日本の技術のどのようにうまくインドに使うかと。あるいはインドの、技術を日本に持ってくる。ご存知の方もいらっしゃるかもしれませんが、日本のある携帯のペイメントゲートでは、インドの、基盤を使っているんですね。で、あとは、あるインドの AI ソフトが日本のスポーツの AI に使っているということもありまして、これ最近なんですけれども、それもっともっと増やしていくような活動の支援をしていきたいなと思っています。壁はもちろん日本は日本語壁があるんですけれども、日本語壁以外に日本にどのように打っていくのか、これも含めてですね、我々の経験を持って、インドの皆さんに支援していきたいなと。やっぱりインド、日本からインドだけだったんですけれども、やっぱりインドから日本の投資も増やしていきたいと思っております。BCIC 日本の、フォーカスエリアはいろいろ書いてあるんですが、特に R&D とスタートアップ、観光業種も含めてですね、BCIC 日本としてフォーカスしたいと思います。こちら皆さん、我々の BCIC メンバーは、先ほど写真にも皆さん来てたんですが、みんな日本語を担当で、もうちょっと重要なのは、日本とインドの実ビジネスの経験のある方々ですね。なので、我々の実際のビジネス経験である、我々も痛みがたくさんあるし、うまくやったこともたくさんあるので、その経験を生かして、日系企業、インド企業に支援していけるかなと思っています。このために、いろんな PR 活動もしていくと思うんですが、例えば、フェビナとか、これからセミナーにもなっていくと思うんですけれども、デリゲーションの訪問、あと、日銀のエコノミックサミットとかも今後、実施していきたいと思っております。まだ時間もないので、動画しながら話していますが、そうですね、ここにある後半のところはほとんど説明しちゃったので、今現在ですね、よく日系企業も海外企業に対してですね、原産地承認書とかビジネスBCIC から提供されており、次に行きましょうか。次お願いします。ここでどうぞください。もうちょっと具体的に申し上げると、日系企業の調査のところを、手伝っていくということと、まず初期段階でですね、BCIC も今先ほど見ているボードルームがあったんですけども、BCIC の建物が自身の建物を持っていまして、かなりス ペースがあるんですね。そこで事務所として見ている様の事務所として使ったり、登記もできるようになっているので、ぜひ皆さん使っていただきたいと思います。それと、法的とか税、またコンプライアンスなどのアドバイスをしていくということで、BCIC メンバーの力を使ってですね、日系様の手伝いをしていきたいと思います。次お願いします。今はですね、仮事務所なんですが、こちら、東京の僕ら近いんですけれども、時々ですね、皆さんの支援をいただき、ちゃんとした事務所に移動したいなと思っております。次。こちらはですね、上川インのBCIC の会をはじめ、皆さんと下側をやりますためにこちらで。最後ですが、今日の皆さんと非常に、いろいろお手伝っていただいているんですけれども、インド大使館、バングロー日本領事館、ジェトさんはじめ、トヨタ通商さんの他の民間の会社の皆さんに心より感謝申し上げます。皆さん、もちろん今回は我々としては初めてのハイブリッドモデルになっているんですが、当初、前から多分あったんですけれども、いくらでもしてもですね、やっぱり最後の多分が出るんですけれども、皆さんご愛していただいてありがとうございます。これからの活動に、皆様の温かいサポートをありがとうございますので、よろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Suresh. The next speaker is Mr. Kiyomichi Ito, currently a professor at Chukyo University. Prior to his current job, he was a resident in Bangalore in India around 2001 to 2002. He was the first MD of Toyota Kirlowskar Auto Parts Private Limited and was instrumental in setting up of the transmission plant. So please let us welcome Mr. Kiyomichi Ito. ありがとうございます。続きまして、次は BCIC ジャパン、すみません。次のスピーカーは現在、中京大学で、教授として、勤めていらっしゃっています。清道、糸清道様です。2001年から2002年までインドのバンガロールでご活躍されておりました。トヨタ自動車株式会社で初代取締役を務められ、そしてトランスミッション向上の立ち上げに尽力をされました。では、伊藤清道様、よろしくお願いします。
はい、Thank you very much. Let me share my screen. Can you hear me? Can I
Yes,
continue?
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. 皆さん、こんにちは。First of all, I'd like to congratulate on BCIC Tokyo office inauguration. おめでとうございます。I also would like to say thank you for all who contributed to this project. お疲れ様でした。In the year 2002, Toyota started auto parts manufacturing business in India. I was the first MD. When I was posted, the land in front of our plant was a bare ground. Farmers were selling sweet corns. As time goes by, small changes for the better occurred to their shop, and shop owner's daughter had also grown up a little bit. Now, 14 years have passed since I left Karnataka. Whenever I surf the internet, I never fail to be surprised by so many changes for the better in Bangalore. New airport, metros, and skyscrapers. Although some rooms for further improvement remains. Anyway, to capture brighter future, changes for the better is crucial. Then, how can we accelerate further changes for the better? Of course, there are lots of influential factors, but definitely one of the most important one is the interaction of people. It goes without elaborating on the role of IT clusters. If right persons can meet with each other, the chemistry help generate further changes for the better. Today, I'm confident that the BCIC Tokyo office will be the place where Indian and Japanese people can interact and generate further changes for the better. Finally, I'd like to congratulate again on your opening. おめでとうございます。Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
we will move on to the next speaker for the day. The next speaker is Mr. Nobuaki Yahiro, the Managing Director of Toyota Tsusho India Private Limited. He has been in India since March this year. We would also like to mention that Toyota Tsusho India Private Limited is a partner and signatory to the MOU for setting up of the BCIC Japan office. 次のスピーカーは、トヨタ通商インドの社長、八広信明様です。今年の、3月から、インドに、駐在していらっしゃっています。また、トヨタ通商は、BCIC 日本、事務所設立の MOU の参加者であることを、申し添えます。それでは、八広様、よろしくお願いいたします。
Can you hear me? Audible?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. こんばんは。My name is Yahiro. So, Managing Director of Toyota Tsusho India. So, first of all, my heartiest congratulations to Team BCIC. It is nice to know of the effort from BCIC to further strengthen India-Japan relationship. I'm very, very proud that Toyota Tsusho India has partnered with BCIC in setting up office in Tokyo today. So I will be talking briefly about investment between two countries. I will share my screen. Could you allow me to share my screen?
Yahiro-san, you can share your screen.
Okay, can you visible?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, I will step. Hi. So, the last 2 years, all the countries in the world suffered due to COVID pandemic. So now this slide shows some recovery of the India, the economy. I will explain that. The right side India graph shows Japanese company located in India, the profitability the dramatically improved right now. You can see the V-shape improvement. So this is also similar. Due to the ankate under the Jethro, the Japanese company invested in India with in Japanese Keikyokan. The companies in India were more sharper than the other ASEAN countries. The right side graph shows the number of the Japanese company invested in India. Since year 2018, more than 1,400 companies is keeping in India. This is the general information. The left side graph shows the global investment, global FDI to India, still keeping up in spite of the corona pandemic past years. While right side graph shows Japanese FDI to India, the last 2 years, due to the COVID pandemic, the Japanese FDI was dropped so far. But I really expect the coming few years, thanks to the joint statement between two countries for the very huge amount of investment from Japan to India for the coming next 5 years. The Japanese FDI to India will be pick up sooner or later. This is for your reference. The Japanese company widely spread in the entire India. The majority investment for the north area, Haryana states near Delhi, followed by the Maharashtra near Mumbai, then Karnataka near Bangalore. The application, the sector of the Japanese FDI is like this. About half is for manufacturing, and followed by the service sector and IT and communications. Here just a small figure, I just put the opportunity for Japanese companies. Briefly explained, as you well know, the number one big country in the population and the demography of youth and skilled manpower. And so many unicorns for the new age companies, like so on. This is my last page. In opposite side, there are so many unique Indian company already invested to Japan. Here you can see just the list. So let me conclude. There are good prospects for investment for both countries. Indian companies to Japan and Japanese company to India. My personally and also my company would like to contribute to the expand the both countries' investment as a bridge between two countries. Thank you very much for your patience and giving me an opportunity to speak today. I wish the BCIC India and Japan teams all the very best. Thank you very much.
ヤヒル様、ありがとうございました。では、次のスピーカーは T.R. パルシュラマンさんです。BCIC の前会長であり、トヨタグループとは25年近いお付き合いがあります。また、日本の事務所の設立の、MOU が、締結されたのは、2021年の、彼の、会長時代であることを申し添えます。それでは、パルシュラマン様、よろしくお願いいたします。Our next speaker is Mr. T.R. Parashuraman. He is the Executive Advisor, Toyota Group of Toyota Kirlowskar Motor Private Limited. He is the past president of BCIC and has been associated with the Toyota Group for close to 25 years. We would also like to mention that it is under his presidentship in 2021 that the MOU for setting up of the Japan office was executed. Mr. Parashuraman, please take the stage.
Thank you very much. Namaste. First of all, it's one of the historic milestones that has happened today. Hearty congratulations to all the stakeholders and for the tremendous support we got from Jethro, Interstate KK Trading, India Research Company, and of course, a very, very special thanks to the Consulate General, Sri Verma ji, who was very supportive and guiding us from time to time in making this a reality today. So when we look at this, I always thought from a cultural perspective, the culture is going to be the bridge between both the countries in promoting trade and commerce. So we have a lot of similarities when we look at the culture of India and Japan, be it the food. We have very unique food available in Japan, ramen, sashimi, and many, many unique food. Similarly, in India, we have the curry culture. So the curry and the Japanese food gel well. So there is a lot of connect happening there. So when we visit Japan, the Japanese people are very fond of curry. In fact, there is also a rating for the curry, 1, 2, 3, 4, the grade of spice. So which is very interesting. We don't rate it in India. So we think that spicy is very normal. And we have multiple gods in terms of worship. Both the countries worship multiple gods. In fact, I'm told in Japan, more than 80 million gods people worship. And Kyoto and Nara, you can see. So one of my visits to Kyushu, I was very stunned to see a lot of Indian gods in the Kyushu Tower. Shiva, Krishna, in the midst of Buddha and other gods. And another interesting thing between both the countries is the respect for people. I think both the countries have the kind of value systems as the basic DNA. So we only say namaste in India, the Japanese bow down, and the respect every set of people, I think, which is very common. And the most important link, what is happening between both the countries is the language. So when I tried to study Japanese language, I think 25 years back, Mr. Vikram Kirlowskar had sent me to develop the transmission business. I think the language was one of the very important things. So one similarity between Indian language and Japanese language, the grammatical pattern is the same. So that is making a very attractive destination for Indians. So Indians are able to pick up the Japanese language very fast. I have to thank Professor Ito, who was my boss maybe 15, 18 years back. So he opened an Indian-Japanese school where we train more than 300 Indian students for learning Japanese, Indian employees. I think hats off to him today. We are very well advanced and a lot of good communication is happening. Similarly, the yoga culture in Japan is also very popular in the form of Zen. And the chai culture is also picking up in a very big way. And the season-oriented festivals are also very common. For example, there is summer festival, spring festival. In fact, there is a harvest festival. We have the Pongal Magara Sankranti in India. We have the harvest festival in Japan. So I can keep on talking. But all I'm trying to say, using this culture, it's very important to link both the countries. Therefore, from Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce, we would love to work hand in hand with the Japanese commerce, with Nakanishi-san and team in whatever possible ways. And this culture should bring people together for a common purpose and promote the best practices of both the countries. In fact, we can learn a lot from Japan, as Mr. Vikram Kirlowskar and other speakers said. I think one at a time approach, how to proceed systematically, approaching one at a time. Then the approach of consensus. I used to sit in the Japanese meetings for several hours together, but at the end of the day, the consensus happened. And after the consensus, the implementation goes like a bullet. I think that is the power of the consensus. And of course, sharp eye for abnormalities. I always attribute this to, again, the language. Hiragana, katakana, and kanji, which is very difficult. Right from the childhood, the Japanese learn and forget, especially the kanjis. In the process, the eyes have become very sharp. Whereas because of one language, I think they have a challenge in terms of picking up the other language. But in India, we can pick up other languages because of multiple languages. So we know what is happening in the next door because of a sharp ear. Whereas our eye for detail, still we need to learn from my Japanese friends. So all these things we can achieve, promote business and trade and commerce. And I'm sure the government of Karnataka, we have been discussing in a big way, they're willing to support 100% on this initiative. And I'm sure together with the government of Karnataka, together with Jethro, Interstate KK, India Research Companies, Consulate General, and all the Japanese companies, I'm sure we can make it a big win-win for a common purpose. Thank you so much. Dhanyavad. Konbawa. Domo arigatou gozaimashita.
Now, Nakanishi-san has to speak. Huh?
We missed that. He's there.
I would now like to request Mr. Nakanishi-san to kindly address the audience.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. こんばんは。The all honorable members of the BCIC and all participants, distinguished guests. I'm Nakanishi, Chair of Japanese Commercial Chamber, India, Bangalore, personally belonging to Toyota Kirlowskar Motors. It is a great pleasure to be able to address you on this occasion to this celebration, Tokyo office opening. Especially in this year is a marks very important milestone, 70th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relation between Japan and India, with quite amicable relationship with our team and the current BCIC head team. Taking this opportunity, please let me a little share our BJCCI Bangalore situation. At this moment, our member association is over 170 companies and still on trend increase, even though these COVID years. This increase situation was very unique, only Bangalore. Within other India states, Japan Commercial Chambers team. It is showing so strong bond with Japan and Bangalore and very nice business circumstance. Also, weather is best in world, at least. All Tokyo friends, we are looking for meet at the best weather Bangalore in the near future. We usually collaboration with Consulate General Bangalore team and Jethro Bangalore, also Japanese Association Bangalore members. We are working and making efforts to realize our business achievement and grow with India. For our activity goal, we'd like to keep current bond and excellent support and collaboration with us. Also, we'd like to seek further more strengthening of the relationship with other India invitee today, of course, with BCIC's team more deeply. Finally, I'd like to conclude my address by wishing BCIC furthermore growth and further continued good health and happiness of everyone present here. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank the screen.
Nakanishi-sama, ありがとうございます。Thank you very much, Mr. Nakanishi. Now we will have a dance performance by Nobi Sensei students. A little about Ms. Kyoko Nobi. She is the president of contemporary. She does contemporary Natyam. She's the president of the Contemporary Natyam Company. She's a dancer and choreographer of Bharatanatyam, Bollywood, and contemporary dance. She works for TV, stage, movies, YouTube, and has published some books on Indian movies. I wonder what kind of performance we will get to see today by Nobi Sensei students. Please help me welcome the dancers, Ms. Yoshiko Takahashi, Ms. Rumi Hiyoshi and her daughter Honoka Hiyoshi, Ms. Nao Nakamura, and Ms. Takayo Watami. So, can we have the music to begin the dance? I would like to request the Deputy Chief of Mission to also hand over the gifts to the Indo-Japan Pulse team, Prem Keshwani and Ashish Deo. I would now like to request Mr. Nakajo to kindly hand over the gift to Mayank Joshi. Thank you all so much.
Forward, please. Here.
Thank you all. And now, last but not the least, we shall be having the vote of thanks. So who could be a better person than the Japanese who has lived in India for almost 20 years? He is someone well acquainted with the culture and people of India and has been a friend as well as a contributor for strengthening the relations between India and Japan. We would also like to mention that this person is a partner and signatory to the MOU for setting up of the BCIC Japan office. Please help me welcome Mr. Kazumasa Kuboki.
Ladiku Namaskara. Konnichiwa. This is Kannada. We are very pleased to be able to hold the inaugural ceremony of Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Japan, on the occasion of the 75th anniversary of Indian independence and the 70th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between India and Japan. It has been our honor to host all the members of the audience of the meeting. We are thankful to all the participants for coming here and attending the inaugural ceremony. We have been fortunate to have renowned identities from government, industry, and other areas. I am very thankful to the entire participants. We'd like to express our sincere thanks to His Excellency Mr. Sanjay Kumar Verma, Ambassador of India to Japan, for his encouraging remarks to enhance of the field of cooperation by two countries. It is a great pleasure to welcome all speakers and dignitaries. We'd like to thank all who gave us very encouraging development in India, suggestions in the field of people-to-people connect, promoting trade and commerce, enhancing investment opportunities, and increase cultural exchanges. We are grateful to His Excellency Mr. Katsumasa Maruo, Deputy Consul General, Consulate General of Japan in Bangalore, Dr. Murugesh Nirani, Honorable Minister of Heavy and Medium Industries, Government of Karnataka, Mr. Kazuya Nakajo, Executive Vice President, Jethro, and Vikram Kirlowskar, Chairman and Managing Director, Kirlowskar System Limited, and Vice Chairman, Toyota Kirlowskar Motor Private Limited. And Mr. Kiyomichi Ito, Professor of Tokyo University, Mr. Nobuaki Yahiro, Managing Director, Toyota Tsusho, India Private Limited, Mr. Takuya Nakanishi, Chairman, Japanese Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Bangalore, and Mr. Parashuraman, Vice President, BCIC and Executive Advisor, Toyota Group, and Toyota Kirlowskar Motor Private Limited. Also, I asked Mrs. Akiko Sugita, she gave us a message from Consul General of Japan in Bangalore. Last but not least, I will also extend our sincere thanks to Indo-Japanese Pulse, our media partner, and to Indian dance, classical dance by student of Nobi Sensei, Tokyo. We are sure that with cooperation, BCIC Japan could contribute to enhance the relationship between India and Japan. Thank you very much. Dhanyawad.
Thank you very much, Subuksan. Thank you all once again for joining us today, despite the fact that it was raining. We did have a few technical issues, but I'm sure that this still went off well. So to make things more better for all of you, we have refreshments in the next room where we can also have networking. So please enjoy the wonderful refreshments there. We also have a feedback form in the form of a QR code. So request you all to
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ready now, come.